Alright, so last we met, the Furiosians have descended into Untitled Mountain. And you all are in a little sticky situation here. Or were.
That's true. We are in the sewers.
You were on the sewers, very
It's
sticky.
not sticky yet.
What are sewers?
Piss caves.
There we go.
Piss caves.
Oh, okay.
You all, two of you at least for the very familiar multitude of times, Elimae and Gob, have reached the sewers along with Hal, the good doctor, who have not entered in the sewers yet, and the newest addition in the Furiosians, a Xanathar engineer / Harper spy that you all had ran into in Campaign 1, Thorvin Twinbeard.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say Twinklebeard.
Twinklebeard.
I feel like it's probably divided.
Oh, like a yes.
Yeah, it's got
Like
that
a
little,
shoe.
it's got that little thing. It's got that thing in the middle where it splits.
Yeah.
It's a boot.
I like the curve.
There's a short beard on top. Actually, it's a full beard and then like a fake beard mustache, like a disguise kit on top.
He just has like
Like a little shitty
like a
Gruesome
goatee.
thing.
Yeah. It's not even the same color. It's like black on top of like pepper and black. Anyways, so you all had entered into the sewers, knowing that the stone that you had retrieved from Ott Steel Toes, given the information by Mask, Elimae's deity, would lead to an area that you all had been to before, long time ago. A month in-game, in fact, which was in the Piss Caves. The first time that you had really ran into Xanathar looking for Floon. As soon as you entered into the halls, you were alerted yet again by a common enemy in the same position that it was the last time you guys entered, were two Ice Stalk Guardians. You managed to, through a series of casting web, trap and kill one, but one unfortunately did escape. Making your way through. What's going on over here?
You rolled with this new dice set. If you roll a nat 20, a dragon comes out and eats it. I think it's the fat little dragon from the movie.
We're not sure what website that's from. If they want to sponsor us, we'll definitely give out a shout out. We're not sure what website that is.
That's almost
really bad. I'm sure they sell a fat dragon.
They should hire us for marketing.
I mean,
we would work a good week before.
Fired us before they were like, we can't. Or
So as you guys wandered through, you had entered in the door that led from the cellars to the Xanathar hideout, as it's known, and had found that there were rooms filled with goblin items, all sort of categorized and organized. Hal, as you all are walking through the hallway with your keen instincts, did avoid what seemed to be an ambush by 5 bugbears hiding in a corner after being alerted by the eye stalk. Managed to sort of take control of the situation, killing the bugbears, which then alerted the hobgoblins that were in the next room, sort of opened up the door, ran into the situation.
and then what we do? We fucked them up.
Fucked them up.
Right in the ass.
And a Mindflayer.
Right
So,
there.
Continuing on, going down the very long hallway, up the short flight of stairs, before that happened, Gob actually, through his magical artifact, being able to see an insane distance, actually before anybody had seen a Mindflayer petting a intellect devourer, what seemed to be through the hallway, up a short flight of stairs on either side on a platform. Again, this is not something that Gob and Elimae have not seen. A month ago, that same Mindflayer was there as you all were attacking and rescuing Floon, and the Mindflayer left.
Deuces.
But not this time.
Not this time.
Mindflayer had full intent on killing you, and through a very, very well executed plan of using a pepper bomb gravity well and then multiple attacks while the Mindflayer was down, you managed to avoid catastrophic damage from this very powerful entity.
We fucked them up.
As you all are still watching the mist, the sort of fine mist that is starting to become more and more translucent as time goes on, but that mist from that pepper spray is still pulling into the center of that gravity well just before the spell lifts off. The Mindflayer laying, still sort of choking on the sort of coagulated blood as Elimae is standing over with the bloodied, sort of deep crimson purple bracers. Hal, you hear through there are 3 rooms that, again, Gob and Elimae, you all know these to be sleeping quarters. But to your left are 3 massive, very thick curtains, red curtains, very heavy, that are blocking entrances. Hal, you pick up the very back room where you all are standing around the Mindflayer, right behind you. You start to hear the faintest of a muffled scream behind that curtain.
Someone is bound here. As I approach that muffled scream.
Right. Good doctor.
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna scuffle over with you.
As you open up the curtain, you see that there are 6 individuals that are tied, most of them passed out. A lot of them are heavily damaged, heavily bruised, heavily bleeding.
Is it Remmy in there?
Yes. And you see Kelim is the only one that seems to be conscious, and he is actually hands tied behind his back along with everybody else. They're all backs against the wall, legs in front of them, sitting on the floor. Kelim is kicking his foot. He's lifting up his foot like with all his body weight, trying to use the heel to smash down on the intellect devourer that is trying to crawl up his leg.
Good doctor.
I'm gonna guiding bolt that thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Cannot be
Natural 20.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
It's not hits?
Yes, that hits.
Okay, that's 4d8.
This is actually what he's doing is he's prepping.
Or it's actually
the
an 18, but you know, I can just roll these twice.
Tickle.
This is him placing his hand on the football to stand it up for you.
Yeah.
Actually, man, it's 86. I keep getting it.
It's 86. I mean, I have. There's 6.
Wait, 86? Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
normally
was
46.
like, this spell is a fucking what?
It's
This
first
so
level, it's
much.
first level spell too.
46 is a lot. Chromatic Orb does 3d8, and it's a first level.
That's
like
2 ones.
hit
So that's
First
2,
level spell.
5, 10, 16,
Just
20,
That's my
26.
basic.
Describe how this happens.
Hal sees that the thing is about to grab Kelim, and he says, "Oh no, you don't!" And he flicks his wrist, shooting the bolt right through the center of its brain.
Right through the center of the body, you watch as it takes that shock, stands up on all fours, stretched out, all the muscles contracting in its feet and legs, and then just keels over to the side and starts to kind of almost shrink as the moisture starts to leave its body.
Good doctor
As
is.
there's a sort of relief of Kelim, who is still trying to take in as much air as he can through the sort of cloth that's tied around his mouth, but there's an obvious sign of relief.
Good doctor is going to.
I'm gonna cut them loose.
Before you cut loose, good doctor is going to check for signs of infection on the others.
You said that.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Can I have?
I will give you guidance and I will give you a health action.
Infection.
I am also.
Since you're looking for infection.
What do you need?
You get a +2 and a health action.
I haven't gotten my dice out. I feel like a fucking scrub over here.
God, I hate you.
We
God, fucking piece of shit.
And I hate myself too.
Yeah, I didn't know they made a melon flip.
Yep.
I was very
Did you
excited.
know they make teas also? Different teas?
Hey,
Just like they're sparkling water.
you got something that might
Like
interest you.
the 80s version of water.
Yeah, it's
That interests you? Where's my pocket?
Why is this in your
my,
Don't worry about it.
my tools.
That's my tool. Sometimes you gotta twist.
There was a song
So,
about Cinderella, and it
And
kept
then-
talking about toes in a really weird way, and I didn't like it. But that came out in the car today.
You were like, please stop.
The way he just said toes, I was like, I don't like where this is going.
So you get a +2 and a health action.
about Cinderella.
Good thing I had advantage. You said +2? 24.
24. Alright. It's going to take you about 10 minutes.
Looking at
That's fine. But as you go through, it gets faster as it goes. Who's the first person that you're going to look at?
Rainier.
Okay. So as you look at Rainier, he is not conscious.
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
And as you start heavily sort of inspecting him, you're looking at the wrists, you're lifting up the eyelids to see if there's any sort of inconsistency with the eyes. And you're also trying to recall if you had ever seen or read...
I've seen infected before.
No, but as far as being possessed by an intellect devourer, go ahead and roll a history check for me, by the way.
+3.
Do you have
Am I proficient in history? I don't think I am. I'm not. I'm proficient in religion.
Okay.
So is anyone else proficient at this point?
What was the plus?
+3.
+3. Still +11. Okay, all time great. 15.
Okay. So as far as you can recall, with very little information that you have read about, it's hard to know if there are physical signs of somebody being taken over by an intellect devourer. You assume that many of the foes that you have all faced, probably a portion of them were controlled by, whatever's at the end of this sort of line of communication. Eyes look normal. You don't see any sort of abnormal lacerations on the skin. Everything seems to be just blunt sort of damage, and maybe even some damage that was used purely for intimidation tactics, not really for injury or combat. So as you take the most time with Rainier, and then sort of walk your way down, none of them seem abnormally injured or you don't see anything of note.
Okay.
He's checking their
Would
ears.
Thorvin have any insight on, as to like the type of damage this like maybe seeing an MO of a ally he's worked with or something?
Check.
So a lot of this is secret. The Mindflayer Nylor is the one that is responsible for the entire. Are you asking for information that you can tell the group?
Well, yeah,
But
as Thorvin
would you like
walks-
me to text you something, or do you want to tell the group? Because if I say it out loud-
if it's I'm gonna tell the group if I know this, then yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I just want to make sure if you didn't want to keep that,
Yeah.
Okay. So the
It's
mind.
basically like Thorvin's
Is it
walking
rare?
in, and if this looks like a familiar thing like he's seen before from his Xanathar comrades, then
You and the head of it would be like intellectual warfare. The head of that is the Mindflayer by the name of Nylor. Nylor is someone that you've come across every once in a while, but his portion of Xanathar's lair, you don't necessarily have any desire to deal with. Things that
Nasty down
experiments and prisons and infiltrations of the minds of victims and prisoners on that side of the dungeon is really dark, and so you don't necessarily have a lot of information about it. You do know it's Nylor, you know he's a mind flayer, and you know that
it's like the head of the evil CIA.
yeah, he's reading all your Google stuff.
Evil.
He knows all
Yeah.
of your search history.
He is part of the Xanathar, seems loyal, but also from
Probably
the
just enjoys his job.
more of it's a partnership, not a follower of the Beholder. Other than that, though, you wouldn't know much about like the actual,
Well, even
experiments
reading-
themselves.
Even
or,
what you sent me directly, kind of says that.
yeah. So
I'm gonna free Kelim,
okay.
and I'm gonna take off the gag or whatever I have.
I also did check Kelim, just in case.
Yeah, I would. So there's 6 of them. Yeah.
And
Is anyone missing that got kidnapped?
there was.
It doesn't seem like it. No, the 6 that were taken from Dragonskull
Yeah,
Manor
that's what I was-
are the 6 that are here.
I'm
Yes.
gonna
They're all
look to
alive.
Kelim and say, Kelim,
Yes. Yeah.
Kelim, have you seen any of those other things crawl into them.
So as you take off the sort of the tapestry that was used to
Good to see you again, by the way.
he goes, no, that's the first one I've seen.
That must have been the one the Mindflayer was holding.
But I was knocked out. But that was the first one I've seen. Fucking what the hell's going on?
We may have.
They're not dead, are they? And he kind of looks to go around.
No. They're bloody, but they're alive.
Neo, where's Neo? And like tucked over, sort of laying almost behind somebody leaning up against the wall is his 6-year-old boy.
Yeah.
But he can't see where he's at from here.
Good doctor goes and helps him out.
So as you pick up Neo, he starts to wake up a little bit, and there's a real emotion where Kelim grabs Neo and sort of blocks everything out and just holds him for a while.
We understand that you may not feel safe at Dragonskull. Do you have another place to go, just in case? We intend to finish business here, and once we're done, Xanathar will not be an issue.
I wanted to avoid all this, especially with my son. It's not your fault. I just wanted to avoid all this, that's all.
It seems like it was the Mindflayer that called for these people.
Where the hell are we?
If the Mindflayer brought them
We're-
here, they were not
we're-
possessed.
Escapes.
That word.
It smells like it, yeah.
We're
I still have my old place that I can go to for a little while.
I'm gonna see if I can start waking up the other people and untying them.
Yeah, you start waking up.
So I took a
Sort of the same song and dance. They wake up a little panicked and you have to kind of explain
It's
what's
the
going
next
on.
day.
And things like that. But
Yeah, it was the next day.
what's the next day?
It wasn't a full 24 hours, but it was still the next day.
yeah.
What was?
When they got kidnapped, and then we came like 15 hours later after they got kidnapped.
16, yeah, it's 8 o'clock at night, yeah. They were kidnapped around like midnight, yeah. Dragonskull Manor, is it okay?
Yes, it's.
They were targeting us. They were trying to get to us to lure us here, and they did. And unfortunately for them, they died for it.
Okay.
It seems like this was the Mindflayer's machinations, not Xanathar himself. And he's gonna just like point to the dead.
Can't see it from here, so that curtain's in the way. So there's a look of confusion when you say
He's gonna open up the
Good doctor stops him. Rather
minds it.
bluntly.
Gob stomped before.
There was a powerful servant with Xanathar. We've already dealt with business. We intend to push forward after some rest.
Okay.
I must ask, what happened to the guards at Dragonskull Manor and the dogs? There was no sign.
I don't know.
It's a good chance that they perished. They're well-trained individuals. Troops are not to be
They were Shadar-Kai, yes.
underestimated.
Still technically work for you, I guess, so I should ask, is there anything that you want from me? And he starts standing up and kind of has Neo
No.
sort of tucked into his
We
shoulder.
want you to get some rest.
You get rest.
Okay.
We're gonna be closed for a little while until we sort this out.
Can you lead us out?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
We were heading back there anyways.
Yeah. He starts comforting Neo and looks at you all.
Gob's gonna give Neo the fidget spinner. He's gonna show him how it works.
You know, since everybody,
Point to the rock and just cuts through it.
since everybody's been hurt too, I'm gonna use my divine or not my divine intervention.
Hey,
God,
guys,
come to me!
see how much they're messed up?
No, I'm gonna use my channel divinity to heal everybody as Naomi.
Okay.
So everybody would get like 5 health.
Like 5 health? There's not an exact number?
They'd get 5 health.
Okay.
Because there's 6 of them, and
It's 30.
30, so yeah.
Alright, so y'all can add 5 health.
He's
To the people that were injured.
Oh, not the crew.
No, not the
The people.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
homies,
Gotcha.
if you will.
Okay.
Hopefully that makes you.
I don't want to just like Kobe it over there.
then you just
he mutters a prayer and he
It's
lets out
actually
light flow to them. He goes,
Bonk.
hopefully that helps restore some of your strength.
Physically feel better, but get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Understood.
We must move with haste.
Okay.
Stay in between us, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll
So
take.
we
I'll take
escort
the
him
front.
back from where we came.
Okay. So, as you all walk through, sort of keeping an eye on the six, you realize that some of the portions of the dungeon they haven't actually seen. It's just the way that they react, especially when you walk past the room that is filled with all the items and things. You watch that Kelim sort of grabs Neo's head and sort of puts him in his shoulder, and you all
The items, do you mean the dead bodies? So.
No, the
dead bodies and the items, all of it.
Do you?
Yeah. And as you guys make your way out, there is that ladder that goes up to the surface, or you can go the full way and exit out on the Candle Lane.
Do we know where that ladder goes?
It's Kelim.
No, this
No.
ladder.
I don't think.
We
Yes, you guys do know where that ladder is. At least.
Two of us
Trying to
do.
remember back to
That's
campaign
where
one.
we came down the ladder. In
No,
Kelim.
there's two ladders. There's one at Candle Lane, and then there's another one about halfway through.
Yeah, this one comes out in the dock ward, but I don't think.
And I don't think any of us.
Trying to remember. I don't know if Elimae was part of that. I
I
think
was.
Gob was the only one.
No, I was there.
You were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys do know where this comes out in the dock ward.
Come out through this sewer.
So you can either come out in the dock ward here, you can travel through the sewers, and come out closer to Trollskull or Dragonskull Manor.
Oh, we'll go
Kelim.
closer to.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were taken? Was this the only place you were taken?
I woke up in the room.
Oh,
With
they
the
had
thing
you
crawling
not-
on my leg.
They had you unconscious.
We were all pretty severely beaten.
He's gonna still look at everybody and ask them how they're like doing, if they're okay, if they need anything. Are you hungry?
I can.
I'm gonna make good berries. I'm gonna use level 1 spell and give them good berries.
Okay.
So that makes 8 of them, so there's 6 of them. So I have 2 left over. They heal for 3 hit points too from each one.
So
And there's for a
Here's-
full day.
Dragonskull Manor is where you guys are gonna exit. Okay.
Yeah.
The
So
good.
as you guys are walking through the dungeons, Rainier comes up to Elimae and Gob and sort of embarrassed, but sort of like making sort of light of it, like,
He always gets kidnapped.
believe y'all had to rescue me again. That was.
I think it's from the same exact spot.
Yeah.
Well, no, Floon was from this spot. Rainier
Oh.
was from the warehouse that you all rescued him from. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Third time I charge you.
They could die or rescue you. No.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay as far away from you guys as I can for a while.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways.
thanks. Thank you.
It's at least 3.
It's been a weird month.
I'm also gonna. I'm just gonna hand out 10 gold to all those people.
Tingle Leech.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Hazard pay.
Yes.
Pretty much. It's like.
And the good berries.
Yes.
It's like when something bad happens to you.
So
like
they heal
hotel
for
or
3
something, you like,
each one.
this is somebody
They heal
else.
for 5
So you
each.
don't leave a bad review. You know?
Oh, the good berries. Yeah.
Good berries.
Yes.
3.
So 80. Yeah.
And since they healed themselves, I heal myself. Let's see, that was 6 people.
How's
I
busy?
heal for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I heal for 10 health.
Is it 2 each?
Huh?
2 health each person.
Yes.
12.
Well, actually, no. It's 2 plus the spell's level. So I heal for 3,
So
6, 9, 12,
it'd be 13 then.
15.
15. And there's 6 of them, so 18. I heal for 18 now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Good berries. And my ability,
It's 2 health per person, right?
That'd be 12.
2 health per person, right?
it's 3 health per person.
Oh, 3 health per person.
Yeah, because the good berry heals 1 naturally.
And then what's the spell's level?
It's level 1.
Level 1. 19.
So I heal for 19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? If my math is right.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Six
it's
times
like
3
3
plus 1.
2 plus the spell slot. That's where
So
I
he
got
was
the
healing for
Oh,
each
so
person.
not 3 health. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So they all healed for 3.
So it's 13.
So 13.
So you heal for what they healed plus the spell level?
No, I heal 2 plus the spell level.
for
They-
each person.
Yeah, for each person that had a good berry.
So it is.
So that's
That's
13.
18. That's 8. There's 6 people.
It's
Three,
6
2.
people times 2 plus 1 is 13.
No, 2 plus 1 per person. So it's 3 health per
So it's
person.
18.
It's 18.
Okay.
The 2 plus 1 is in parentheses. Just picture it that way.
That's
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, where we just do fucking arbitrary math all day long.
That's fun.
Imaginary numbers in this
And
imaginary
it matters. God damn it. God's damn it.
As they're eating the good berries, Hal just it's like an energizing glow around him. He's like, I feel nice.
Yeah.
Just feeding cake to somebody living vicariously through them. Yeah, eat the cream cheese one. Yeah.
There's cream in those good
Tell me
berries.
the texture, the
Would you like some?
consistency.
You don't think.
I have 2 extras. You have another
Just
one. I
imagine
now heal
someone's
for
eating
21.
like this blueberry and he's just staring at him.
Do you give me one?
Yeah,
I think it's
you
house
eat it.
sounds
You
like
heal for
You
Pretty
do
three.
have an extra
like
one.
just-
So who do you want to give
it's
the
a
2 extras
maker.
to?
You gave me 1 extra.
Right.
I'll give you 1. Actually, no, you're pretty cool. I'll give you 1.
Are you pretty full?
Yeah, because I killed so many people, I can't heal
Oh,
them.
that's right.
Now that I'm level 6, I just heal every time one of my spells heals somebody.
How does what how much does it heal?
3.
3.
So I heal.
So now you're 24.
Yeah, 24.
God
God damn! From one good berry cast to
Oh, I-
Goodberry is fucking good. It's good shit. Alright. So,
I'm almost maxed out.
as you all make your way through
I
the
need to heal
sewers,
myself.
takes you about an hour, and you surface on Candle Lane, which is about 10 minutes away from Dragonskull Manor. And as you climb up the ladder, push the manhole cover, I'm assuming
There's
that's going to be in charge of
guards
that. You lift up the manhole cover.
Manhole.
Gobble.
As everyone sort of starts to leave, there's a look of like, what the fuck do we do now? Like, immediately, like 3 people wander off.
I'm gonna ask them, like, is there anything you want us to do, or do you need to do anything? Do we need to help you with anything?
There's a general look of like, just mentally trying to get past it. They just nod no.
So I'm assuming these are the 3 random people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelim holding on to Neo says, okay, I'm gonna head home now.
Do you have the journal with you?
And he goes in his pocket. It's gone. I had it
Did
with
they
me.
take it?
I don't
There's
know.
a good chance they did.
What if we write it? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's try it.
Good doctor writes.
Good.
Right,
Right.
who has this?
New phone, who this?
New phone, who this?
Whose hand touches the beacon? Good doctor does write. Who holds this book?
Okay. I'll check in about a day or 2. I just want to get you safe.
Understandable.
You want
Yes,
to
disassociate yourselves.
I feel better now. I don't recognize the streets.
We don't have a way to contact you now, though.
Just shine up a big
So
old
give me a day or 2, and then I'll be back to the manor.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go home for a little bit.
You want to escort?
I just want to get you safe.
We can escort you, so.
It's
If one of you is fine with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I got this deal.
Like you said, I mean, they came for you. And I don't know if they were using this for bargaining chips or what, but
They were.
yeah. So I don't feel like I'm
They were trying.
still in danger, but
They could not defeat us, so they went for people around us.
They understand that they're going to die. They want it to hurt.
just all because of you.
We've caused quite a commotion down there, yes. They're like ants writhing about.
But most afraid is Xanathar of Mr. Gobsina.
I don't know. I don't know what's Xanathar. I don't know what that is. But
And if we live to tell
Very
it'll be a tale.
angry. He's the leader of a gang.
He's a dumb motherfucker.
Think of a giant floating eyeball
it's not a human.
No.
Oh.
with other eyeballs that come out of its back.
If you're unaware of what a beholder is,
Yeah. No, I don't know what that is.
it's a very
Do you
angry,
still
very.
have the plushie? Or
No.
did you get him?
Hey, do you
What?
want blushing?
I thought I left it in the store. I just held on to it and then let it go. I didn't know.
I thought you guys put it in one of the bags of holding.
No, I wouldn't give it to them. So
Because they had divination magic.
Oh, you left it back in the store? Okay.
I was gonna say.
You can use the goggles to identify that.
We could.
Anyways,
Sorry, again.
are you cool walking me home?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. And with that, we'll head to Dragonskull.
is it daylight outside?
No.
No, it just got dark, so it's about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And
The sun's still staying out late.
no, it's been down
I
for a
said
while.
it just.
It got dark before you guys entered the sewers. So now
Daylight
it's
savings
totally
time.
down. Yeah. And Rainier kind of looks at you all and is like, I want to see y'all's faces again. Hopefully that's how it stays.
It's mutual.
Well, if we do manage to take.
Why are you always like this?
Yeah, because it usually means we gotta risk our height to see her face. It's not like, hey, you wanna go get some beers, man?
I didn't sign up for this.
Neither did we.
I actually was a patron of your place. Apparently your place isn't safe.
It was. Until.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. I believe you.
Go spreading words like that, you're gonna be seeing my face real soon.
Are you
Yeah,
seriously threatening me after I just got
Miss.
kidnapped at your own place?
Stop.
I don't know,
Rainier.
tell me.
Rainier.
Boys.
We will take care of the issue down there. And I understand. It is your life to live. Do what you please.
Tell you what, any other owner of any other inns, they would let you die, yeah. Goldsko's the only place
To
where
be
they don't
fair,
say-
Gob, they would not. I don't think they gained the ire of a beholder.
Rainier walks on and you see him start patting himself.
You okay?
And now he's faced away from you, but he pulls out some sort of bottle and tips it up and starts walking down the street. Hal, as you head over to Kelim's residency, he lives in a pretty poor apartment in the north side, in a
Gang violence everywhere.
pretty low part of the city. This is about the worst of Waterdeep as you've seen. But he goes in, you all, throw your pins and say your goodbyes, whatever the deal is. And then you all are heading back to Dragonskull Manor.
Got me something I'm pissed off.
So, a piss stop?
That's what I heard too.
It's
I heard pissed off.
I heard
I mean, it could be both.
We're sure.
He's gonna make a
Stop.
potty break.
Purple shop.
Okay, the Zop shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zappa?
Zubba?
Up, up.
Ooh,
Are we gonna put stop there?
Is it wise to go back there?
God's gonna be sneaky.
Oh.
Are you doing this just on your own, or are you?
If anyone else wants to come with me, they
Do
can.
you want some sneaky help?
Sneaky help.
I'll come with you.
I'm the sneaky help.
Are
Okay.
you coming with me as well?
Huh?
You're
Are
going to
you-
help
yeah.
take Kelim.
What? No, I already. Yeah. I have.
No, you're going
At the
further than
same
Dragonskull Manor.
time.
You're gonna be behind the group.
Oh, I thought they were doing it afterwards because you said that was.
It's up to them. If
What
we
are
get
you going back?
We're in Candle Lane right now. You're gonna head off with Kelim. I'm
I don't
assuming
want
this
to
is
walk
happening right
Kelim
after.
home.
No.
Wait, no.
He's gonna walk Kelim home.
That's
You
why
all
you
are.
left it there in the alley.
No, it's not. No, I don't need to make this stop.
Okay.
You don't want to go to.
I don't need to go back there.
He doesn't need to make.
He
a
thought we
stop.
left the rod there in the alley.
Oh
No,
but-
No, yeah,
no,
we
I-
got that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all are going to
This is a
Dragonskull.
floating
Okay.
rod.
Yeah.
So
It's just there.
so how you'd be about 15-20 minutes behind the group, but you all head back to Dragonskull
I
Manor.
get shot by 10 arrows.
Fuck! It is
The
shockingly
Legion of City Workers trying to
empty.
move it.
There are no
Don't say.
no patrons there. When you guys walk in, the lanterns have completely burned up oil.
Where's Liv?
Yeah, you kept away.
Where's
Who wrote
Liv?
the bad Yelp review?
Liv.
As you guys walk in, Liv kind of sort of slowly comes up the floorboards and, hey guys,
We recovered the kidnapped people.
you are not there.
Oh,
We recovered the kidnapped people.
the fuck?
Oh, that's good.
Cool. What's got you down in the dumpster, Liv? Usually you're kind of up in
Yeah,
spirits
it's just
now.
it was a weird
You get
situation.
kind of lonely.
Weird is.
No, lonely's not.
Anything
I would
happened while we were
say-
gone?
Pretty quiet, but
It's good, yeah.
there's some dead people around here. It makes me kind of nervous, but
Really?
Where's the dead people at?
kind of like wanders off to the kitchen.
That's where all the cards are. The
And,
dogs.
You can see that there's a few in the kitchen. The door's open to the kitchen, and there's a few out, sort of in just the very back of the property. And again, there's only about maybe 5 or 6 feet before the property line ends, and there's that like sort of overgrown fence work with
Bag of
foliage.
holding?
Literally was as like
You mean, wait, bag of holding or the hole?
Either one.
the whole the good doctor. How much? Ooh, we have some time.
These are some innocent people.
Say your prayers if you'd like.
I'm not there, but that's the thing.
Good doctors.
If you like.
Good doctor.
We gotta report this to the police.
He will give them
The police are
bodies.
corrupt.
Oh, yeah?
You don't know that.
Crooked cop!
Good doctor.
Call a Griffin captain down. Hey!
Yeah, we're gonna get accused.
Again!
That's what you report murder in your house.
That's exactly how that works.
After it's
You're
been-
usually
why
You
would
have to drag the bodies in
Alright,
before
alright.
you
What would we... No.
What
What
would Ron DeSantis
benefit
say?
would we get for
You're not even
murdering
here!
our own guards in our own
Okay,
establishment?
but
Sure.
calling
You
it
did
in, Daniel, but calling it in 15 hours after the murder,
We didn't see
Yeah.
that.
where's Kelim? Kelim will then get accused.
Maggots broke into my house and
Good
started
doctor.
eating my furniture.
Good doctor is like pulling. He goes like Liv goes.
They know we're
they're here,
adventurers.
and good doctor goes. Ah, there they are. Puts down the hole and starts.
He looks at you again. Oh, you always have a solution. That'll work.
I think Hals on this.
We love you.
Yeah.
Where's Keep? What's Keep doing?
Keep? Where did he's always been with you, hasn't
Yeah,
he,
he's
the whole
always.
time? Yeah. So whenever you pull him out, he always just curls up that favored shoulder.
Okay,
He
he's
likes the
still
right
on.
shoulder. Yeah.
Gonna have this huge.
There's
rip.
like a big, like almost anime eyes, and he
My
like
right
looks at you
arm
and
is-
is like,
How you doing?
"Oh,
You
hey."
doing okay?
My right arm is a lot stronger.
What?
I give him kisses.
In front of his buddy. You should do good little boy.
I love you.
And he like for a second, no. I heard a bunch of noise. What happened?
There was big scary things, but we took care of it.
Oh, did he get hit by the Mindflayer's blast too? Was he dazed?
No, because I didn't get hit.
No, can't. It's got to be targeted.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Mindflayer didn't know he was there, but. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
technically
well,
did get hit. He just makes
anyways,
sense.
Yeah, okay. You can play around here inside the manor if you want.
And he jumps down.
Yeah.
You hear the scurrying up the stairs.
Okay. Be good.
You hear something break.
It's okay. I love you still.
Have you ever heard a really fat animal go upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the bumps.
That's why
It's
yeah.
just thud, 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 as they like use
It's
both.
about 3 or 4 stairs until you hear the. And then it gets slower about the first top 2 stairs.
I'm like completely enamored. I love you.
All right. What are y'all doing?
Hal's actually stopping by the church before he goes to Troll School.
Okay.
I want to take a nappy nap.
Guys, a good idea for our sleeping arrangements, alright?
Together.
All in one
We all
room.
go
Yeah.
down in the cellar.
No, the cellar's where all the scary shit happens.
That's where.
I think the
Most of you have
I
died.
think the immovable rod.
You can't even sleep there. There's not enough
Lock
room.
us in.
There's not enough
One
room.
way
The
in,
hatch
one way
opens
out.
up.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way, good doctor. You should know that better than most.
Just
Yes.
put web like out front of the door.
It's a concentration.
Well, for the first minute before you fall asleep.
You got any hammers? Like some nails and like U-joints or something?
Do I have hammers?
Liv, can you sit on this door while we sleep?
I'm a ghost. I'm fucking
Can you
what?
love
Minute.
extraterrestrial? No, that's not
Well,
it.
now I know I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
I learn. I can still learn.
Anyways, Liv,
Can
you got,
you-
got any like any hammers or nails? Actually, just you got any nails?
Chainsaws,
I don't need
hammer
nails.
guns, staple
You
guns.
guys act like this is still my place.
You tell us that
I
all
like-
the time.
It's sure, guys. Is I like what you guys did with it, you know. But you guys did like stay here for like 2 fucking weeks, and you just let it like fall apart. You
We
guys
were
took your
gone.
sweet
We were
time
gone.
fixing this
We were
place
gone. We were
up.
saving the world.
You know, it's not free. Just getting
We had to get some
here
money.
and stuff. Yeah.
What is? I don't.
Cycle-
It's super
cycle
cheap.
communication.
It's good now. You know what I mean?
It's good. I like it. I like it.
You like what we've done with the place?
I do like what you've done with this. It
You
looks
got
very
any
nice.
like random metal bars?
I don't know if y'all remember, I got pretty pissed off and I broke a lot of things to
You
let
did.
you all know. I don't like
You were like a
staying
cat. You would
here.
knock over things.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
guys remember? You never talked about this. You guys remember the messages that I left in the dust?
I did.
That's pretty cool. Freak you out?
No.
Hell, oh well. Okay.
I'm
You
so
have
sad.
like random.
The fucking 10 off on him and he's like,
like random.
What
bars
is
that
this?
Sorcery!
Guys, we cleaned that
He hit
out.
the
We
wall,
got
I
the
think.
whole, like,
We're good.
we have, there's a few
Because he
things
saw
that, like,
something
we have a
faded in the
closet, it's
wall,
got a
and
few
he
things.
didn't-
You guys live here! And you're not...
I don't think inventory and things are right down.
Guy
The guy
comes
says
later.
that he's gonna walk over to the closet. What's got fight?
I'm Furiosian. He slowly sinks into the floor. If I could spell, I would. But I can't.
Love you.
ectoplasm.
Can assure
Oh,
you
what
that
is
some
this? It's
ghosts
all over me.
Can, you just have to learn. The extent of your abilities are rather impressive. Did you know a ghost can aid you to death?
I did not know that. I'm not about that
Well,
life.
fun fact. I once saw a farmhand become an 80-year-old man and die.
Liv, don't do that. I'm a vampire. Can you do that?
He's already done the floor.
Bye.
Not a full man. Somewhere in between.
Okay, I'm yelling for keep because we're gonna take a little nappy now. That's my cuddle buddy.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as you and Keep head up to...
Are we all sleeping in the same room?
I think we should.
I think we should.
Upstairs. I ain't even there
With the
yet.
door,
I'm at
with
the
the
church.
rod in the door. And we both have
I'm
the
stroking a model
the warning.
sheep right now.
I have danger sense.
Okay.
stabby.
You guys got
So as you all
warning
sort
signals
of
too,
start to
you
get
can wake
your
up.
sleeping arrangements figured out, there's the front door opens.
Hello.
That was me. Oh, I thought I was going to the church first.
That is true. Sorry about that. The door opens and closes. Gust of wind. Weird.
Gotcha.
It was-
a dragon-sized
As
gust
you
of
all
wind.
run down the steps.
It was Liv.
It was
still-
Liv,
he
yeah.
still here.
He's pissed. I get it.
His hand just squeaking. He takes a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. Sponsor of this tonight's episode. Reese's the Hinge.
Pulls a Hank Hill. Can't get the cap off WD-40. Gets out a small.
Gets that smaller WD-40. Yeah. Okay. Hal, you stop by the... I almost called him Hank.
I'll tell you what. I
Alright.
pray to Elmater every single day, Bobby.
So you stop by the church.
And you'll like that.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
It's cold as shit outside. You see
I have my
He's a
thermal.
dragon.
I have my thermal cube on me, Theo. It's always
That is
95
true. You do have your thermal
So
cube.
he's
It is
just-
warm outside tonight.
Nice.
Very windy
Nice.
though, and it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of peaceful seeing
It's,
the like
it's my crotch protector.
seeing the flickering of the lamps on the streets
Don't like
as
that.
you walk up the stairs to the church.
I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go to the Elmater portion and stand
The
before.
model portion.
Because you know, it's a shared church.
It
It's a
is.
shack
It's
in
a
the
tri-church, and if you talk to the wrong person for 15 minutes,
Yeah. Do I see him there, by the way?
I would say make a perception check, but it is very quiet in the church, so no, you do not.
He's
This
like
is
looking
late.
around. He's like,
Is the church
Fuck
open
that guy.
past 9? What kind of city do they
It's always
live?
open.
the church.
Church.
Churches aren't always open.
These churches
Back
are
then-
temples.
Like-
They're churches and temples, so
Are
they're
like
like
Catholic churches usually like open door?
Yeah.
Stuff.
some of
For the
them, I
most
think.
part.
Anyways, so as you walk into the west wing, no, east wing. Sorry,
Yeah.
east wing.
Do I-
Is this a TV show?
Do I see any Elmater clerics around?
There's nobody at the greeting table, but you do see somebody that is putting old books away in a shelf, and as you sort of walk in, kind of looks over at you, not expecting you to talk to them, but just kind of nods, and then goes back to putting the books up.
He's gonna nod to them, and then he's gonna go to the altar for Elmater, and he's just going to kneel at it for a moment, and he's just gonna start praying, saying, Elmater, this has been a wonderful journey you've sent me on. I have truly found my purpose in this group, and I thank you for that. As I sought through my life for my purpose, I found you, and you have helped me help others. And if I am to perish this next day, continue fighting the good fight. That's what he's going to do. It's a quick prayer.
Okay.
And then he's going to cast augury real quick.
Okay.
For all spell slots. Because I'm gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna be changing that out. And he's going to ask. I gotta read this really carefully because. Okay, yeah, he's going to ask, basically, will there be consequences when we rest? Because it's for the next 30 minutes, so that's the next action I'm going to be taking is resting when I go to the Dragonskull Manor. And it's weal or woe, or in between if it's...
Your specific wording is, will there be consequences?
Yes.
Okay. What are you using to read?
What do you mean?
So you know that some clerics will use cards.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
will use dice, dragon bone. Some will use incense even. What are you specifically using?
Let's see what I have on me, actually.
Most characters have a set of cards or
Yeah.
dice.
Well, those are gaming sets, which would be different from a religious sort of divine tool.
Well, if he rolls a 6, it's wheel. It's a 1, it's woe. Anything in between is
I guess
woe.
I'll use charcoal.
Charcoal.
Yes.
Okay. Describe that.
Like, he's just gonna place them out and basically if they start moving or whatever and write wheel, woe, or the in-between option.
The amount of shakes, so wheel or woe, starts shaking the table.
Well, you have to be in contact with whatever.
Yeah, he's holding.
So you're okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So again, it's going to come from your specific wording, but as you ask the question, is there any consequences to sleeping? You get a twitch in your wrist, and you sort of swipe up with the charcoal, which means that there's a positive consequence. Not a good consequence, but it's positive that there is a consequence
Okay.
for sleeping. Whether that is good or bad,
Yeah.
completely depends.
Mhm.
But there's a certainty that yes,
Something will happen from
something will happen.
Then
I think
he's-
we're all sleeping together.
with that, he's going to head back to Troll School.
Okay. So as you
I forgot to mention the good doctor definitely would have decapitated the beholder.
You mean the Mindflayer?
Mindflayer.
you didn't though.
I know we talked about it last session, that was the first thing he was going to do, and I forgot to say it.
I thought you already did it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
thought I did too.
I think it just slit its
Think
throat
you
got
did.
slit, but
Huh?
Because there was a
Because I
fairly lengthy conversation about the
Yeah.
we ended it.
Because I
and he was
sliced his
going to-
throat,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you were gonna finish it.
We'll say you did. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you can add that to your inventory. Mindflayer edit.
Look at this, kids!
Well, good.
Jesus!
Two if we count
Kids
the
want to see that
dog.
body?
But the good doctor. Oh no, 3 because I still have.
Just a
Human layers.
spoonful of salt helps the Mindflayer head go down.
Well, the whole thing is the good doctor said he was going to take
Yeah.
away in the skulls.
although lemon's better with calamari.
So good.
Marinara.
I'm gonna tase myself.
So as you stand up from your prayer, the cleric that's putting up books sort of gives you a look and kind of goes, "You have a lot on your mind.
Yes.
How are you?"
I will likely be dead tomorrow.
Well, if it is Omar's way, that's what you were asking about?
I was asking if there will be consequences. Yes. For my next action.
Well,
But he started me on this journey, and I must see it through.
Can't imagine that it wouldn't be for anything less than a noble cause.
Yes, I would be content if it was just me who died and not my friends.
Yes. Well, get a good sleep, I suppose.
I'll try. Last time we were ambushed in our sleep.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
nothing like dying with an achy back and he sort of
Punching.
Anyway,
Tomatoes that's flown in.
So, alright, so yeah, about 45 minutes later, front door opens and Hal announces himself. Is there anything else you'd like to do before
yes.
you sleep?
I would like to use sending to contact Lord Azarok.
Okay.
And I have 25 words. I'll just write that out.
Goblin.
That's the, yeah, it's the Hobgoblin leader. Let's see here. 25 words.
I'll just count them. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay.
You got it?
20.
Alright,
You
25.
got 10.
And 5.
You have 10. I
10,
have
10,
10.
and 5.
5.
Oh, okay.
Fucking alright.
Okay,
Teamwork.
ready?
Hell yeah.
You're gonna
You
enjoy
start.
Okay.
Okay.
Clockwise.
Okay.
We have found a way into Xanathar's lair. If there is any assistance you could do to distract, appreciate it. And he can send
Yes. Yeah.
because he knows who sends it.
Yes.
We're clarifying. We gotta make sure.
There's.
Oh, I'm gonna say, because I had a couple words. So we're sleeping for 8 hours, and we're probably gonna go down there. It's gonna take like an hour to get down there. 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yes.
Okay, so you start
Oh,
with 5
and
hours.
Zuzak. Or not Zuzak, Beholder Man. That was the one that betrayed him.
I don't have enough words for it.
Okay.
You have 5 more words left.
Oh. Mindflayer. That's one single.
That's 2 words.
Is it?
Yep.
Really? I thought.
You can say a legend.
Illithid. Dead.
He did. Alright. So there's about a minute, and you do get a response. And Lord Azarok says
25 words.
25 words.
Okay.
Skullport is up in flames.
Wait, Skullport?
Seems that Xanathar is attacking. We are also in midst of a battle. Now is the time.
Son of a bitch.
You have 4 more words left if you want to throw it in there.
We don't have to.
Good luck, young buck.
Good luck, young buck.
So what is?
Wait, he lives at Skullport though, right?
No.
So Skullport is
That's
under
one- that's
attack.
Wait, who are you asking lives in Skullport? Is Xanathar?
Or-
or-
No, Xanathar lives at Skullport.
Or was in Skullport.
Yes, and well.
He has his own little lair.
You wouldn't
in
know,
this-
but-
it's like a sub area, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No, we
So
we've
Azarok
had
is
so many
attacking
comments.
Skullport, or
I would know.
Xanathar is attacking Skullport?
Huh?
Who's attacking Skullport?
Xanathar.
Xanathar is attacking it.
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
And
He's
Lord-
killing his own people.
I'm gonna put my mask
Kinda
on.
has been.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
and
more
I'm
so.
gonna
That,
put
like,
fuzzies.
he already got rid of the goblins already, so what is he doing now?
Well, hold on. Before we get to this, who's all sleeping where?
Well,
We're all sleeping
just
Dog
the
pile
shades,
is
so-
a cuddle
Okay, all
little.
sleeping in the same room.
We're all figuring out
Yeah, same.
which way,
Same.
right.
Okay.
I'm cuddling with Keith.
Okay.
I think we should choose a room that has no windows,
The attic.
one door.
The
That's
attic.
Is there a roof, like an attic, or a window in the attic?
There is a
Yes.
window in the attic.
Yeah.
So then
On both sides.
So he was saying
And
now.
both ways.
So he was saying
Four
now
windows
is the time to
in the
attack,
attic.
right?
We literally can't.
I mean,
Theo?
I'm an
What's that?
artificer. I'm sure I can nail them shut or something.
He said now is the time to attack.
That's what he said. Yeah.
He's gonna look at the group, and he goes, "Well, that makes sense now. I convened with my god. They said if we rest, there will be consequences. And I just talked with Lord Azarok. The battle is happening now.
Unfortunately, we cannot take part. But
Xanathar is attacking his own city.
then we can take advantage of a weakened Xanathar after the battle. Let him expend his resources on his own men.
But so is the Legion.
Acceptable casualties.
Okay, so I put the mask on. Do I feel warm fuzzies?
I see if mask isn't going to see how this matter.
I need
Get that
mask
fish
to
now.
mask.
Mm-hmm.
I need some guidance.
Hang on.
We killed the Mindflayer.
+3.
+3.
I did hear that you
How
killed my
short can a long rest be? 4
And
hours?
you start to see that in front of you is the long-haired man in a ponytail, sort of some of the hair swafting in front of his eye, and the eye patch. You have not seen this version of him in a while.
This was one that I saw when he manifested,
When he
right?
stabbed you.
That's right. Okay. What do we do?
Go.
We're weak.
Opportunity is here.
Can you offer
As he
assistance?
starts speaking, you all can hear him, and you look over, and there is a man standing in front of Elimae as Elimae has her mask on, and they're about a foot away from each other's face.
Good doctor is going to roll a religion check. Because
Can
The boss.
is there any way you can help us?
Let me tell you what I know.
16. 22.
Is he like physically manifested or like kind of ethereal looking?
You all no, he looks like a physical man.
24 on a religion check for
I got 22.
Looks like a normal man. Like nothing that you can recall religion wise.
Well, then Hals would be like,
No, you're
who is
not.
this?
Nope. We're gonna finish this
Well,
up.
when a man literally materializes
I know, but
in the
this
house, and since we don't know who it is,
I mean, I
We
feel like
could
that
all
would set us on
assume-
guard and be like,
well, she's
who
talking
the
in
fuck
her
is
mind to
this?
him.
No,
So
I'm
we
not.
don't-
We're having a physical conversation.
Yeah, but
like
she-
I'm not having like
Now,
a
yeah.
Yeah, now we are, but he just appeared
Well, you guys could assume that like I have these conversations with myself all the
in
time.
your mind.
Okay,
While
I
she's
stopped
We don't hear.
the mask.
The
I'm
mask.
wearing the mask now.
What'd you roll for your religion check?
But we've been ambushed in our house. We've been
So we
ambushed
can
in our
say that
house like
you
3
kind of
times.
assure everybody that
Yeah, can I say
It's-
that I would
This
with
looks
a,
like a physical dude. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you how you
well,
handle
okay,
it. But
so it was she put on the mask and this man materialized. Right?
Which he would know more about
I'm rolling a
so he's gonna reassure us that
everything.
don't
Yes.
attack like
he didn't materialize.
He just appeared.
You all didn't you didn't. The way that it happened was she put on her mask, and then you all heard a voice, turned over, and there's a man kneeling, standing right in front of Elimae, about a foot away from her face.
Can I roll a friend check? I've known her for a very long time.
A friend check.
Yeah.
And
What
what
That's
exactly is
insight,
the
I'm
friend
pretty
check?
sure.
You are friends with her. Yes,
Absolutely
I think
friends.
so. I'm pretty sure.
But friend check
Best
to know
is the
like,
friends.
okay, this man also a friend.
He doesn't seem threatening to her.
Man, friend, Elimae.
But a man was
I've
I've
realizing
talked to
that.
them about my
Furiosians.
deity a million times though. Like I don't think. Like I know you. Listen, we're not
You
gonna
let this carry out however y'all want to handle it. You
I'm
can handle it.
inciting to make sure that he's not a threat. There.
Sure, make an insight check.
That'll be a.
you have to attack him now.
Dio, I think he's an object. That would be a math. Yes. 15.
You're on guard for sure, but physically he doesn't seem threatening to Elimae, at least for now.
Okay, so tell me the information. Spill the beans.
Let's go down here.
Seems that Xanathar has become too paranoid to continue in his leadership position. Skullport is in total chaos, according to plans that are working in my favor. So don't use that as an entrance to get the Xanathar. Did you acquire the item from Ott?
I did.
Very good.
Did you watch
Change of
that?
plans. Xanathar needs to be disposed of. Fuck the fish.
But we're weak. Can you help us?
Fortunately.
And he reaches behind his left shoulder and pulls out what you know as the Stealth Whisperer.
Dragon's back.
And then reaches back and grabs another
Don't get
sword
fucking
you're
both
not
of
aware
them.
of.
Is it the twin sword? Is it the sword that looks the twinny?
It is the Shadow Blade.
I had the shadow blade.
You did.
Okay.
The So the Shadow Blade it's pretty basic hilt, and then has two. It's almost like a circle, right? And then the actual blade, right? And it is completely engulfed in like a whirling shadow, which you're familiar with, right? The Stealth Whisperer is this very sort of iron branded, very detailed, sharp points at the very hilt, almost like bolt horns. And sort of, it's not one blade, it is multiple twistings of iron that form a very sharp point. And you watch as he takes both of these swords, and there's a resistance, almost like two magnets with the same polarity. And as he finally clicks them together, they form into one. And as the sort of shadow is ripping through the very fine work of the iron, he looks at you and goes, "Don't attempt to betray me again."
Never.
He goes to hand you the sword and then pulls back and takes his left hand and takes two fingers and lifts up the necklace that is around your neck, the blood vial, the pact that you had made with Urktarl. I'll talk about that later.
Yep. Daddy, I fell in love. But I love him.
Finish your job first.
Yes.
And he hands you the sword.
Why is it so tiny?
It's never good enough with you. Xanathar is extremely strong, you know that. So get him on the ground and keep him there. While he is very powerful, strength is where his weakness is. Leave everything in his personal quarters alone. And he starts to look at all you all. Especially the floating sphere. Do not touch it.
What is it?
Just leave it alone.
Only thing I want is him dead.
Unfortunately, the rest of us are still extremely weakened. We fought in Illithid.
Time
Especially the what?
might actually be on your side.
The what sphere?
The floating sphere. You have Thorvin. You have Elimae. Be smart. You're good waiting out. For a little while.
Like about 8 hours?
I give it a little bit more than that. They're starting to eat themselves from the inside out.
So
Longer
what
you
you're saying
wait,
is,
probably less people have to deal with. But don't wait too long. Be smart about when you go.
okay.
How does the Legion fare?
Okay. Alright.
I got a quick favor to ask you there. Could you do something about the dude in the sword that killed me earlier?
As you blink, he's gone.
He does that often.
That's how that feels.
God's gonna walk over and split.
And we're gonna take a break right there.
Why doesn't my deity manifest for me?
It's like, guys, I just learned this song.
Alright, so
We're taking a nap.
anything anybody wants to do before the end of the night?
Good Doctor's gonna look into his book.
I'm gonna give a goblin
Okay.
massage.
Is
Get pumped up,
difference
you
in
know.
writing?
You got this. You got this. How close is Remmy to learning Distracting Strike?
I want to check on Remmy and see if he's fine.
Alright, I'm gonna take create water and just fill up Xanathar. Just fill him with gallons of water in his mouth until he pops like a balloon.
So he looks at you and is kind of excited to kind of distract himself. And as you guys work on it, there's a few times that he sort of tricks you and jukes you. He's got it. From what you can tell, you guys have spent enough time that he has distracting strike now,
That's all God wanted.
which was added to his character sheet last week.
Hell yeah.
So,
Hey,
Good Doctor's going
but
to
it is confirmed now.
who wants the idea of me creating water in Xanathar over and over again?
Good Doctor is going to write one last thing in this book.
Just
Expand.
I'm trying to think of how to
I'm gonna
word
say
this.
grow, expand, explode. Did you get that reference?
I've stopped caring for the petty concerns of the living and the dead. Morality is past a subject of concern. It's no longer a subject of thought. It no longer even angers me. What matters is what will be done and what I will achieve. Everything to this point is a stepping stone. There are a few stepping stones I'd like to keep, but in the end, it's a stone that must be walked on and left behind. And the doctor writes that down.
Did we ever get a reply from the book?
Does my book change at all? No?
I can also get told the dead.
You know, it's probably a good thing Gob does not have control of the writing book. Because Gob was not going to be
You have a sword to
problematic.
worry about.
He was just going to write, you bitch!
But the
We'll
writing
find
in the
you.
book hasn't changed at all.
Yeah.
Find you.
Still that faint sort of, as you write, it sort of fades away, but it's
Take you
normal.
down.
Yeah, you haven't seen
Thank you, big
Rise.
The ninja creature.
sort of that sort of energy in quite a while, but it's been about a week and a half. Yeah, week and a half or two. So, is there anything else anybody has to do before?
Are we protecting this room at all before we take this nappy nap?
Are you?
sleeping in?
What's the plan? Are you guys doing
We're
a
sleeping at
short
the
rest,
bottom.
long rest? What are y'all doing?
We're doing a long rest, but before I go to bed, Good Doctor is going to use the last of his skeletons to raise 6 skeletons.
We're gonna bring that to the city.
Oh, and he keeps
The
them
skeletons
with-
are animated. He's like, hold on, and shoves
No.
it back down the hole.
Well, actually, yeah, they are animated, but yes, he does put them back in the hole.
Okay,
That works.
fair enough.
Yeah, which room are we sleeping in?
I think we should sleep in the basement. 'cause
That's
there's no window.
terrifying.
The
See, that
basement-
was my plan.
There's not enough room down there.
Yo, just
We
for
just
a
have to
minute,
be
like,
close.
imagine, like,
No.
you meet the Good Doctor
That's
and he
fine.
puts
That's
down
the
a
what?
hole and a
Literally 2 people.
army
can
of
fit
the
down.
dead crawls
That's the
out of just rotting corpses
We'll be
and
fine.
Kind of
bones.
buddies.
I'll be sleeping
Kind
upstairs.
of buddies.
Kind of buddies.
Okay, so where are y'all sleeping?
How many
Upstairs.
people can,
How many people could fit in the basement?
like, just,
There's
you're
6.
not worried about personal space,
Sardines,
just
no-
I mean,
sleep.
y'all could do it, but it would be it'd be laying on just stonework that's in between.
Yeah.
There's-
it's not comfortable.
So there's
I
it's
think I'd be fine.
maybe about a 5-foot gap that
Like a
has a little
massage.
bit of a slant, so they can
I'm a
easily
dwarf.
wheel wine barrels through. And then there's
like
about
me sleeping in
6
plate armor.
inches that
Doesn't
comes
work.
up, and that's where all the wine barrels are
We,
stored.
we don't have, like, a sleeping cot just, like, on our persons.
Nope, you have your hammock, and that's it. But they've completely converted that into a sort of liquor storage.
God's just gonna take all the comforters and stuff from the beds and shove them down there.
Okay, fair enough. You guys, yeah, might take some time, but yeah, you guys can grab from all the guest bedrooms.
party.
Is there a way, are there, and can God find, like,
I'm so excited.
random ass, like, metal beams? Just maybe, like, I don't know, yay long?
Metal beams.
There's like a pole thing of metal, something metallic.
I'm sure you can find some sort of utensil in the kitchen. It depends on what you're
Spoons.
trying to use it for.
The pokey forks.
So, rod of holding, or immovable rod,
Uh-huh.
there, click.
Where
Those.
click?
In the cellar door entrance.
Door.
Okay, gotcha.
Then, poles. Bend them. That way the rod and the doors are attached.
Oh, you're trying to slice something through the utensils or whatever. What do you?
So like that way, like you can't just like open the door and be like, what's this fucking stupid rod doing here? And
Gotcha.
Come down.
Okay.
So you secure the door.
Okay. Make an investigation check. I'm just curious.
Is it established that the door opens that way instead of inward?
Ooh.
21.
21.
Thank you.
In the pantry where they hang up like onions and potatoes and things like that, there are these sort of screw-in eye bolts that you can unscrew and then screw in the cellar door, slide the removal rod through, and then activate it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what I was gonna do.
So there you go. So now there are 2 bolts, eye hole bolts, on the bottom of the cellar door. All right. Okay.
Rod.
Anything else you guys want to do?
Nope.
Okay.
Sleep. Try to pray
So-
to my god.
I'm cuddling with Keith. I just want to be clear.
Yeah, I took a 4-hour
I
rest.
just want to be clear.
So as you all sleep,
Fucking
Hal,
kill you.
in the middle of the night,
Not son of a bitch. It's happening again.
Gob's just snoring. He just wakes you up for a little bit. But you guys,
I take a broomstick and I go.
At the end of my 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
You can't put down nowadays.
Ooh. Good Doctor is going to send a prayer to anything that's. He knows. He's gonna say, "Is there anyone still here? Is there anyone still watching me?"
Okay.
Oh, you've got to have at least 3 deities watching you.
But he's checking.
As you say that, you quickly look over your shoulder. You feel like somebody's watching you. There's nothing there.
Dummy, are you the same thing? The same person?
No response. God starts kicking his leg like a dog chasing.
Is the skull of
He's like shadowboxing in his
a
sleep.
suitable
I'm
trade
a goddamn
for a sign of reward?
No response.
Doctor nods. And goes, "Then I work for no one."
Alright.
I'm sorry.
About 4 hours later, you all
One woman.
start to slowly, one by one, wake up. Today is yours.
Going straight.
It's still nighttime, right?
Technically, no. It is morning.
How early morning?
You have no idea what time.
Good doctor.
I have my orb of time.
What's the order of time?
It's around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Is it cloudy outside?
You don't know you're in a
I'm gonna look outside. I'm gonna look outside.
So as you go, there's that immovable rod.
Let me take care of this guy. He's climbs up over Hal.
Well, maybe we should talk to the ghost and make sure the coast is clear.
That's why I'm checking.
Oh.
Is the coast clear?
No
Can the
response.
vampire come out?
Well, I'm going out now. So
Yeah, he's checking for me.
Okay, so you're lifting up the
How
southern
loud
door,
is it?
coming out, and you see that Liv is like attempting to wipe a table clean. Nothing's happening, but kind of looks at you and is like, "Oh, hey, buddy, what you doing down there?"
You get surprised?
He's squinting at Liv.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm not always watching all the time. I mean,
What do you want from me?
some things have happened on my watch, and just, you know.
Good
Liv,
doctor.
are you guilty or something?
I know he does things suspicious.
I mean, insight him now. Something a ghost. That's from my +3. Ew, I rolled a 3, but that's 12.
I mean, I haven't done anything.
Good
I
doctor.
don't want to trust him.
I feel like this is.
Liv,
Is it daylight outside? Is it
Unnecessary.
daylight outside?
It is.
What's the
You
daylight
see
outside?
there's a little bit of daylight outside.
But it's not like super bright.
It's not like super bright.
Okay, then I'm gonna go stand outside and do a test run. I'm gonna stand outside for 2
stick
seconds.
your pinky.
Is it like that scene in SpongeBob where it's SpongeBob's hand,
Yes.
Sewer's hand?
I forgot to build the fucking soul traps. Fuck. No,
Well, he sleeps for 4 hours technically, so he could do that while the rest of us sleep.
can I say in that
I also
last 3 hours? That last. It was like
Ain't
20.
going back in time.
It's literally.
But you would
just-
do it.
He is an elf. Dirty, filthy elf.
Tell you what. Go ahead
Hate
and
elves.
make.
It was all a dream.
He did look like elves.
a sleep check.
You know that? Did you know elves look
A
like
dreamy
elves?
sleepy check.
Who's the
Angers me.
Who's the
So
you.
am I.
Do an Arcana sleight of hand
You're
check.
a mutt.
That actually
Is that worse?
it makes a lot more
Sleight of
sense.
hand?
Elves.
Or can I use either?
But the human side of you is okay.
So you like the half? Okay, alright, got it.
So
I'm gonna have to click
doctor.
yours though.
Do separate checks.
That's why
13
power
more
comes
comments.
with the tip of your ear.
Yep.
It's
It's
hilarious.
an 8 on sleight of hand.
Oh, by the way, plus
Why you were
4.
asleep?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot
It's
to
kind of a
that.
rush job, focused on.
Oh, can I use a luck check on that?
That's right, you do have lucky feet.
Oh no. Do I want to use lucky?
Nope.
You can use it before you're given the results.
Yeah, you can't do it after.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't say the full results yet.
That's your call.
He technically hasn't.
I'll let
Yeah.
you go ahead. Go ahead.
You only have 3 of those though.
Okay, 21 on the Arcana.
Okay.
You're welcome.
It is a little bit of a rush job, being as you only have a few hours and there's a lot on your
Went
mind.
from a rush job to just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
These are good. Going over your notes several times. Pretty confident it should work. If you
I don't know.
follow the sort of ritual.
I had bought enough for 4.
Yes.
Did I make all 4?
Yes.
Sweet. What do they look like?
They're just small little, almost like bird cages, which is stupid because you look at it and you're like, but it's, again, the intended magic. There are magics out there that just utilize sticks and they work. So, but they're just small, really fine mesh bird cages. Like chicken wire.
Alright.
But,
The doctor nods and he's keeping them kind of on his hip.
so you have that, and then you have your, what would be like purified water. So, actually, I will, hold on. Since you only rolled, I'll say you have two bird cages made.
That's fine.
Question.
While you are working on that, there's a slight vibration
In the book. Oh.
in the book.
I opened the book.
Wait, his
As
school
you-
book?
It is the Kelim's book,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and you read.
Come at me, bitches.
You don't hear a voice, so it's just gonna be my voice.
Yeah.
But you read. I will say, I'm rather impressed with the attempt on Lord Xanathar. No one has gotten this close. You surely will go down in history as ones who almost won. This only proves how absolutely useless these mindless goblin walkers really are. I've been asking for change for years, and I have you to thank for that change. With over 4,000 goblins tortured, mangled, sold as slaves, and outright killed with a slit throat, we have a new wave of recruits, men who are serious about the job, with raging blood in their eyes. Skullport is locked down so hard, not even a rogue drip of water from the stalactites is not accounted for. Xanathar is aware of your every muscle twitch, and let's be honest, the longer this little chase continues, the more people are going to die. So here's my proposal. Currently in our possession is a number of guests who are staying at your hotel. The next attack planned is on Waterdeep itself. We have played on your playing field for far too long, and you have not played by the rules. It's time you were shown how out of depth you really are. The traitor known as Gobsina is to be returned to Skullport immediately for his crimes against the Lord and his own peoples. You will escort him here. If, in fact, he is turned over, we will release the innocent and hold back our attack on Waterdeep. As I'm sure you can gather, it is far too late for you all, but a promise to not kill you can be made. Turn yourselves in and pay for your sins against our people in our own homes, and free those that were unfortunate, or you have them pay for your sins. After all, you seemed perfectly content with innocent blood being spilled, so you could pay for your lovely home and trinkets. I will give you one sleep to decide their fates. See you soon either way. We'll be ready for your arrival. Sundeath.
That sounds like a
Just
desperate
talking shit about my
attempt.
friend.
That's
Sundown.
He's the one.
Yeah.
He's the one that on the poster.
yeah, that he put
Oh.
up.
The
Shiny.
whatever.
Yeah, you know, and that just seems like a
Doctor
really
goes for a
desperate
while.
attempt.
Great
He doesn't
holes
have our
secretly
friends
are
anymore?
dug where
Hold on,
Earth's-
guys. Hold on 1 second.
Great holes have been dug where Earth's pores ought to suffice, and things have learned to crawl, or have learned to walk where they have ought to crawl. You have killed 4,000, and 4,000 will rise. I care not for the innocent or the blood spilt, because it's just more blood to use.
Damn.
Comp starts flexing his sleeve. Lord as fuck, man.
There's a fart.
Mailman.
You don't get a response.
He does have one more thing.
Mhm.
I've held no loyalty to
You're cringe.
Waterdeep, and I will happily raise their bones as well. This threat is meaningless.
That's the funny
and
thing.
you will come back too.
I feel like
Okay.
We can fucking
Xanathar attacking the whole city would just be worse on him, not
Well,
worse
the
for us.
good doctor doesn't even care. If
I
they
know.
all die, those bodies would disappear in the morning.
But the funny thing
In
is,
daylight, just let me scoop
Well,
these into my hole.
those-
No, it's just like by morning come, he will have had enough minions to have gotten them all back.
there's like the army here is substantial. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So, but still, again, that's a whole city.
Alright.
That's preparing for a dragon.
Again, hold on. This is just he's reading this by himself.
I know, I'm just
5
saying-
o'clock in the morning.
I'm
It's
just
up,
saying on a character.
it's up to him. Yeah, fair enough. I get you. But okay, so at this point,
I'm
after
on.
you've made your thing and had your
Okay, so it's
encounter,
kind of daylight outside. I'm sticking my arm outside of the door.
has anything changed? Are we all
We're all good.
resuming back up to here?
Zoom
Yes.
it back
Okay.
here.
So you stick your arm out, okay, and it's overcast enough that it stays. No shadow hand.
My whole body though. Like I'm gonna go stand outside for 2 seconds. Does this burn my skin? Am I an owie vampire? Does
Oh.
this give me the ouchies?
You walk out. There's a slight
Tingly.
discomfort, but
Okay.
you're not hurting.
Okay. So I'm gonna come back inside and be like, I need to go back down into Undermountain before it gets any brighter because this is giving me the ouchies.
We are using the portal.
Yes,
Okay.
the sewers.
As you guys say that behind Elimae, it starts to snow a little bit.
Christmas.
Okay, so let's.
Christmas time.
Wait, is it
It's
Liar's
it's
Night?
It's,
Is
no,
what?
Is it Liar's Night today?
that's like in 2 days, isn't it?
Today is the 24th.
Oh, so 6 days or 7 days.
Okay, so we're gonna go down to the sewers.
Going straight to Xanathar's
If you all
Night.
make it. Da-da-da-da.
Question: should I take Aura of Vitality, or should I take Motivational Speech?
Make sure I have the right
If you
spells for
could
this one.
recreate that tongue sound on a piano, I would be impressed.
Hey, for the party as well.
Hold on, the piano's untuned. Hold on one second.
As my spells. Should I take Aura of Vitality or Motivational Speech?
What is the other one?
What's happening?
What's Aura
Oh, for my spells. I was just asking that.
Vitality? What's that one do?
Aura of Vitality allows me to anyone that's in like a 30-foot radius of me. I can until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you, and I can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the order, or including me, to regain 2d6 hit points.
The motivational speech one is temp HP, right?
It gives you temp HP, and if you're attacked, you get advantage on your next attack, and that's for everybody here.
Alright.
I feel like that one would be good.
What's the casting time for motivational speech?
Motivational speech
And how long do
is
those effects last?
it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
I like that.
The casting time is an hour though.
What are you cooking?
So the casting time is an hour, and it lasts for an hour.
Don't have
Lots
a
of
time.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't think
So I'll take Aura of Vitality then.
Yeah. Alright, everyone spells up.
Let's go.
We ready? I feel like we're prepping for like an MMO raid.
We are.
all done crafting, everyone.
What?
From what I can tell, we have a 33.3 repeating, of course, chance of winning this one. All right, guys, let's see.
So are you guys leaving immediately?
Yes.
Okay. So where are you all heading?
To the sewers.
Never mind, I'm taking
To go back to.
Where we were.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And are you going through the
Same way we came.
same way you came? Gotcha. Okay. All right. So as you guys make your way through the familiar sewers, with sort of Gob and Elimae sort of guiding you all, as you guys have been there several times, you make your way back, walking through. No changes so far. Make your way through the door, walk up the stairs, and walk into the room where the 5 bugbears and 4 hobgoblin captains are
That we killed.
still there.
Still
Good
dead.
sign.
Walk into the back room where the headless Mindflayer
That we
still
killed
lays.
also.
That you still killed.
Is that little bug thing still dead?
As you sort of move the curtains over, it is still laying on the floor.
And there's a door on the right side, right?
2 portcullises that are closed.
Okay. How do we open those?
Attempt whatever way, and I'll let you know if it works.
Does it look like we can lift them up?
Do you attempt to?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I lift it, and I'm like, it's good.
Alright.
It's a little heavy. You might need Gob's help.
I'm strong as fuck.
You are strong as fuck. I always forget. Warlock
Yeah.
being super fucking strong. It's weird.
She's
Uh,
6'5" and
But
jacked
yeah,
as
so
hell.
Elimae sort of impressively lifts this up, and you all are making your way through.
I think the best part, you know Zarya from Overwatch?
Yes.
That's your build.
That's me.
You have Hideous Laughter, right?
Huh?
You have Hideous Laughter, right?
Fascist.
You've cast it before.
Yeah.
I don't know if you still have it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
It's
it's like
like
that,
you've
but-
cast it before.
I probably still have it. Yep. So
now-
current spell list is Tasha's Rave Sickness, Witch Bolt, Chromatic Orb, Agonizer Scorcher, Wither and Bloom, Web, Animate Dead, Summon Undead, Lightning Bolt, the Stout Horse, and Grab Deep.
Gotcha.
I considered taking Insight Green and just holding out a gem in front of Xanathar and be like, look how shiny.
Like I said, dog.
Oh, my Super Undead.
jingle, 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 jingle.
much
It
stronger.
literally,
That's your favorite
if,
word.
if he fails the...
I summon my ghost. Oh, they're a lot stronger now.
Yeah,
It's
it,
like
it,
cast
How many skulls do you have?
Okay, so I lift up the portcullis,
it
Yes.
fails.
like a strong
Mm-hmm.
for my friends, and I'm like, come on, guys.
It,
Come on,
it
guys.
can do
Come on,
nothing
guys.
absolutely, except for move closer and just stare at the
Come on,
gem.
sir.
That's why it's powerful.
So you guys make your way through. The room is
Sure.
pretty bare, as you both remember, but this is new for the majority of the party. There is that sort of standalone pillar that's about 3 feet tall, with 3 doors that are sort of angled oddly, leading for the back right of the room.
Do we have the stone? We do have the stone.
And then, let's... all together?
All together.
All together.
Just so. So as
This-
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, just know, if we ought to be the ends, it's been fun.
Genuine pleasure to have met all of you. Would not be where I am without you. The things I've learned and the things I've been allowed to teach.
I'll probably come back because I'm undead. So.
I made peace
My
with my
boyfriend's
God.
gonna find me.
My boyfriend will find me.
I've said goodbye to Mom.
Already like twice to come back. You know, big deal.
And you're gonna come back a 3rd time if I have to.
Good Doctor has now he's had a special treat for people who die.
Okay.
Little snack.
Is it a little treat?
So as you all make your way up to the pillar,
We'll
you
put all our hands at
see
once.
the perfect sphere with the slight indent, and you see that there are 10 radiating spikes around the circumference. And as you and all of you all sort of join hands and take
Like Ninja Turtles.
the stone that Ott was carrying and place it into the indentation. You see that it resembles a lidless eye, sort of like where the iris would be, right? As you place that, you hear this almost ear-popping sort of distortion in the air, and you turn behind you, and there is this sort of opaque black doorway that has opened up on the back wall.
Alright, we walk through it.
Look at the...
We walk through it.
All right. As you all start to walk through it, you see that there vaguely, sort of through the distortion, shows a hallway that's on the other side. And you all step through.
I took blindness and deafness, by the way. Just in case.
What seems to be just a step away, like almost kind of like walking into a picture, was anything but. As your body sort of passes through, you feel this extreme weight on your chest. It's almost like draining from like your head to your feet. You immediately get hit with this like, massive headache. And you can hear that sort of fluid drainage from your inner ears.
It's like a bad sinus infection.
And then you're immediately met with like the falling sensation, like right before you wake up, that kind of falling sensation.
Pretty good.
Your heart starts to race. You kind of feel, once your heart starts racing, it's almost like you're being filled back up from like the toes to the top of your head. when that feeling happens, it's almost like having waterlogged ear, like your ear's waterlogged, right? And this all happens in like a second. As you finally make your way through, your ears pop, and you start to adjust, and the sensation of feeling not a hot or cold temperature, but feeling nothing for the first time in your life. No temperature sensation. It is
Is it with my
odd.
thermal cube?
Nothing.
Would God have technically felt this twice?
Why?
And
Referring to what?
how once?
Dead.
Oh, being dead?
Yeah.
Very different. Very different.
I hate this.
You can smell, again, this all happens really fast, but you can smell like the hint of like stale wine. It's the only thing you could closely mark it to.
Olfactory checks.
And you take a deep hell, sort of inhale through your nose, and then you're fine. As your vision starts to adjust, because again, the senses from your nose are what picks up first. Eyesight comes later. It takes about a second or two. But as your eyes start to adjust, you get immediately hit with like the smell of like mold and like sweat. That kind of like tannin sharp kind of smell.
Mm-hmm.
It's humid. And you hear all around you these sort of random drippings of water that just hits stone. As your eyes adjust, you see that you're standing in a hallway. To your left, it goes on for about 20 feet and then opens to what seems to be a massive curved hallway. You see two pillars, what seem to be supporting what you can guess is a ceiling out that way. And then before that are two hallways that are straight. To your right, you see two hallways that seem to fork.
Look at ours and
Would I know where we are?
Yes, you would know where you are. May I have your number?
Is there anyone
Now
nearby?
again, you did not know. You knew that people teleported to the lair.
But I didn't know.
You had
where
no
or
idea
how, yeah.
where. Can I circle this in your map?
Yeah.
So to the left of that green,
And of course,
that
how-
circle that I just made.
How's the high alert? Is there anyone coming? Right here.
Right here. Where did he just circle?
Is it this?
No,
It's down here.
to the left of that. To that, say, point to the green circle.
Yeah.
The one above it.
Yeah.
To your left. That
Oh,
one.
this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're in that hallway.
And I'm just
Okay.
listening in to see if I hear anything.
So we have the audience chamber.
As you
Directly
listen
ahead.
in, it seems pretty quiet, but you do hear you'll hear like 3 or 4 footsteps out where that curved hallway is to your left, and then it stops. And then you'll
No
hear 2 more footsteps.
I can use ghostly gaze and look into the audience chamber.
That would be really good.
Yeah, do that.
This is the perfect ghostly game.
What's the lighting like here?
In this hallway, it's pretty dim. There's still a little bit of faint lighting from the curved hallway that comes in.
A lot of light.
Right.
Got it, okay.
And then to your right, it's complete dark.
Gotcha.
Are you gonna go see these?
But hold on. Okay, so audience chamber, is that where we want to ghostly gaze? Like this area right here?
Well, it
Yeah.
lasts for 10 minutes. You can just look around.
Okay, and that's what I want to do. I'm going to use ghostly gaze.
Okay, hold on. Let me read that wording on that real quick.
She can see the walls. She got extra vision.
Grant the ability
So
to
it's
see.
30 feet for 1 minute.
Right.
So you have to be 30 feet away from wherever you're at. You're nowhere near the audience chamber.
Okay, well, I want 30 feet towards it.
Okay, but just so you're clear, you'd be walking towards that curved hallway.
That's where the noises are coming from. You have no choice.
Good doctor does put down this hole.
Is
Gets the skeletons out.
Okay.
each square? What's each square?
Gives me
represent?
10
10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
10 feet.
So as the skeletons start
So about
to
50
make
feet
their way up, and you prepare for ghostly gaze,
Hals standing in the front, like,
how you're aware, and as the skeletons are starting making their way up, you hear a few more footsteps that are starting to approach, and
I
these
would
footprints
see
were
them
a little
with
bit
ghostly
differently.
gaze. I would see whatever's coming.
Where are you located right now?
We just came out of that hole in that hallway.
Right. So you're right there.
Mhm.
We're 50
So
feet
you're
away.
further away from that hallway than 30 feet.
Well, I started walking towards where I guess.
Right. So as you start walking, you see that at the end of the hallway, a very stout dwarf, dressed in this like decorative purple coat with teal sort of borders adorned with these like shiny brass buttons, kind of comes in. You see that he has a polished iron helmet that covers most of his face with like a large portion down like the nose that kind of covers up the mouth. The helmet has two massive horns that almost touch in the center. He's proudly displaying a pin on the right lapel that has a very sort of deep purple gem that have 10 radiating spikes around it. And as the sort of eyes squinting in the helmet
He's dismount.
look at you and then look past Thorvin.
This guy.
Matt?
You recognize him immediately.
Is it Major Domo?
This is Major Domo.
Okay.
don't worry,
And
Mr. Robot.
there's a look as he acknowledges you standing next to Gobsina. I see that I'm outnumbered. I surely will not survive this battle. And seeing you, Thorvin, standing near that traitor makes my skin crawl. He reaches up and pulls out this massive great axe.
So,
I'll tell you this. Most of you aren't going to leave out of here alive. I'll pick my favorites. Behind me waits an army, and behind you awaits a creature so foul, you know. Gobsina, you wield Kakethis' edge, a proud design of mine. This is the arms of betrayer, forged by Bane himself. In the 7 circles trapped by a peat fiend by the name of Ezekial, Kakethis' father. It's almost poetic that they would meet again. And he sets the axe on the floor and leans his elbow into it to sort of keep it steady. And with his other hand pulls out a massive shield and holds the top of it and makes this like motion like he's gonna throw it but releases it. And the shield floats about 6
God,
inches in front of him and activates, and you see this luminous blue that encases it as it lifts off. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
oh, fuck
We're in the
me.
middle of a tight tunnel.
It's 10:30 almost.
We got
Okay.
20, 30 minutes.
No,
We
I
can get a
don't-
lot done in 30 minutes.
That is completely up to you all. Leave it up to you.
I'm down for it.
Just to get it started at least.
If we started, we're not gonna.
And it's
I know.
not gonna end until midnight.
No, we paused the fights before.
I think we should just
I think
we'll
we
keep
should.
going.
You want to keep going
No. Like next week.
next week? All right.
Is that the final answer?
Wait,
Yeah.
which mind flayer did we kill? What was his name? Or do we know it was just a random one? Or
No, you would know. The mind flayer that you killed was Ulrus.
Old dress.
We
Okay.
met.
Oh, yeah.
So
The mind flayer that he's potentially speaking of
is
Neilor.
Neilor.
Yes, Nylor. Yes.
Nylar.
The one basically in charge of the creation of the intellect of ours.
So ahead of us
So-
is this guy.
Behind
Well,
us-
ahead of us is an army because he's gonna bow out, and behind us is another mind flayer.
Well, ahead of us is Xanathar.
Yeah, so we're going forward.
Well, he did mention there's an army.
Welcome to Xanathar's lair, everyone.
It's okay, I have Kissimeth softly, we'll just fireball these bitches.
Just sneak around a corner, you're invisible.
It's gonna happen real fucking fast. It's all downhill from here.
I mean,
I'm
uphill,
really
or
excited.
uphill for us.
Downhill meaning this is gonna happen fast.
And it's going to end fast.
We have.
Hopefully not. Hopefully it ends on your terms.
We do now know Cohethus is a demon, which explains a lot.
Yep. Sure is.
Wait, did he say he was a pit fiend or?
Both of them are technically pit fiends, yes.
God
Wow,
damn!
that's a big deal.
Yes.
Can we summon
Trapped in
him?
a sword?
Trapped in a
It's
sword.
clearly not that big if you can fit it myself.
Forged by Bane himself.
Yeah, Bane's a
The
god.
sword was also forged, or just
No.
his?
Major Domo.
Both were forged.
Oh, I thought Major Domo said he forged.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, they both are, yeah, but yeah.
Bane
Wait.
had a hand in it.
So is he Bane, or is he just kind of like buddy, like, hey, you wanna go make some swords and
It's like we just decide.
You want to go like?
Alright, everybody. We will we're gonna end tonight's session. Thank you so much for hanging out, and here we fucking go.
Yeah.
See y'all next week.